Yo, what's going on out there, Fight World? This your boy Money back with another one, fam. And this one here is on two big dogs in this fight game. We have Errol the True Spence Jr., the former WBC, IBF, and Super WBA Unified Welterweight World Champion, looking to be a two-division world champion now that he's at 154 pounds. Then we have Terrence Crawford, the undefeated three-division world champion. He is the former undisputed in two different weight classes. Trying to become a four-division world champion. He's considered the number one pound-for-pound fighter to a lot of people. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world, Terrence Bud Crawford came out and he put that the Madrimal fight is bigger than the Errol the True Spence Jr. fight. Or people are trying to say that he said it feels bigger than the Errol the True Spence Jr. fight because of, the nationalities and the culture that's being drawn to him versus Madrimal than what was drawn to towards him versus Errol the True Spence Jr., which I highly disagree with. I highly disagree with it. You understand what I'm saying? The Madrimal fight ain't nowhere near as big as the Errol the True Spence Jr. fight. The Madrimal fight don't feel as big as the Errol the True Spence Jr. fight. People saying because of the promotion and the way they promoting the fight, it make them feel like it's bigger. I disagree with that as well. You understand? When it comes to Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, that fight, it really didn't need no promotion for real. On the simple fact of it's been talked about for so goddamn long, right? Us, the fans, been building it up for so goddamn long. Then when we finally got it, we was happy that we got it. You know what I'm saying? We was happy that we got it, and we was all just waiting for the fight to take place. Now the undercard wasn't too appealing, but nonetheless, we had Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford. And it was talked about, for a long time. And when it got made, it was talked about very, very heavily. Very heavily. You know what I'm saying? Did they go all out for us? The promotion company had to take them here? No, they didn't. Why? Because I feel like they felt they didn't have to. You understand? They felt like they didn't have to. Now, maybe Terrence Crawford was looking for that. Maybe he wanted more promotion behind it. I don't know. But all I know is when Terrence Crawford made that statement, a lot of people looked at that statement like, Terrence Crawford, you're crazy. You're crazy. You feel me? Feel like a little shade towards Errol Spence, in my opinion. And the situation with Madrimal, a man that only had 10 fights, if I'm not mistaken, right? 9, 10, 11 fights, less fights. People already know who the hell he is. You understand? And it's not being talked about as much. And the tickets is not flying off the shelf like that. So how could it feel bigger just because you're saying it's a different nationality that's being drawn to the fight because of where Madrimal from, right? And, maybe because he said that, it was more urban, meaning like it was only black people that wanted to see him versus Errol the True Spence Jr., which was a fucking lie. Terrence Crawford, that was a lie. People all over the world wanted to see you versus Errol the True Spence Jr. And I know this because when I used to see people talk about the fights that they want to see, the top fights out there, Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford was heavily on a lot of people's lists. Heavy on a lot of people's lists. And this was over in the UK. I think I seen an interview over in Mexico, right? All around the world, people wanted to see this fight. You go ask people in the gyms what fights they want to see. Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford came up on a lot of people's lists. You feel me? So when Bud said that, I was kind of appalled by what he said. Like, come on, Bud, this shit. This fight don't feel no goddamn bigger than the Errol Spence fight, bro. You know it, fam. Let's be realistic. You know what I mean? And a lot of people say, well, you can't tell Terrence Crawford how he feel. That's the way he feel about the fight. He can feel how he feel, which is true. I can't deny that. He can feel how he feel. But when it comes to this fight, listen, it's barely being talked about. It's being promoted now, but a lot of people not really talking about it like that, even though people are saying, this card is so stacked. It's one of the most stacked cards that we had all year and this, that, and the third. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. We got a lot of good talent and a lot of good names from Terrence Crawford to Rayo and Pitbull to Andy Ruiz and Gerald Miller, Gerald Anderson, you know what I mean? Andy Cruz. So you got a lot of some up-and-coming talent. You got some good talent. So, but if you ask yourself if some of those fights was main events, how interested would you be? And a lot of people won't be interested in a lot of them fights. But when it comes to Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, man, that was one of the fights other fucking decades that people wanted to see. Then go, the Errol Spence way or the Errol Spence fans way. Terrence Crawford went in there and dominated, did his thing. But overall, it was a successful event. Very successful event. And I would promise you, and I would bet you anything that Terrence Crawford versus Magomov won't come as close to Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford for his pay-per-view sales. You understand what I'm saying? So let's just be realistic, bro, and call it for what it is, bro. It's like it's shade towards Errol Spence to say something like that, fam. And that's just me being trill and real, bro. Just me being real. Magomov, hell of a fighter. Respect to him. Mainly known in the Olympics, did his thing in the Olympics. But now he's been fast-tracked because, he was in the Olympics for so damn long, right? I think he's 33 years of age. Don't quote me on that. Now he's taking on Terrence Crawford. Only got 10 fights. So, of course, he got to be fast-tracked. What the fight's going to look like, what it's going to turn out to be. That's what we got to wait to see. Could be very entertaining. Could be one-sided. Could be competitive. We just don't know. You know what I'm saying? We just don't know. We have to wait to turn out to see, what it turned out to be. But far as the fight and the build-up to the hype, it's not really blowing me away like that. That's just me being real. It's not really blowing me away like that. It's on the level of being, promoted just like any other fight. You know what I'm saying? Just like any other fight is on the verge of being promoted. It's not like they doing something so spectacular and it's like, wow, you see what they doing with this fight? That is just, nah, bud, cut that shit out, bro. Cut it out. UN Magomov is being promoted. It's in LA. And, Turkey Al-Sheikh, salute to him. But, he doing what he got to do to try to put it out there and have people to come to the event and buy the tickets and shit like that. But when it's all said and done, it's going to come down to the numbers, right? The asses in the seats. You know what I mean? And what y'all can pull in for us the revenue to compete with Errol the True Spence Jr. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's going to come close. I respect this fight. I want people to support this fight. I'm not telling people not to support it. It is a good card. How competitive it's going to be, we'll find out. A lot of good fights on the card. Like I say, Rayo and Pitbull to me might be the fight of the night. That's probably the most competitive fight, in my opinion, right? Until we see the fights take place in the ring. A lot of people hyping Magomov up to be this, this special individual that's going to give it to Bud. It's going to be tough for Bud and things like that, but that's yet to be seen. Yet to be seen. We'll see what he look like when that bell go ding ding. Because I'm not too big and too high on Magomov and what everybody's saying. Like I said, I put a video out with Virgil Ortiz saying how he beat the hell out of Magomov and Spawn, and I expect Terrence Crawford to do the same thing. Go in there and beat the hell out of that man. Just like I think Errol Spence beat the hell out of that man. Just my opinion, though, right? Y'all be like, man, Money Brown, you a hater, this and that. Hey, man, I'm just speaking my truth. That's it, that's all. You don't agree with it? Oh, well, fam. Salute to you. Thank you for the watch. And, feel how you feel. But at the end of the day, with Terrence Crawford saying what he's saying about Errol Spence and Magomov and the Magomov fight feeling bigger than the Errol Spence fight, stop the cap. You know what I mean? Big cap. Salute to him, though. Good luck on your big fight coming up on Saturday. Go out there, become a 4th Division World Champion, and keep doing your thing. But it's nowhere near as big as the Errol Spence fight. And that's a fact. Can't wait to see EJ back in the ring, straight like that, and Money be on to the next.